Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Wednesday, March 21st. Well, our weather pattern here in the Mid-Atlantic region for the last few days has been kind of like San Diego weather, with a marine layer pushing in low clouds and fog late at night into the early morning hours, and then that gives way to some afternoon sunshine and warm conditions. That'll be the rule again today. We're socked in right now from D.C. up through Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York with low clouds and fog and some patchy drizzle. That should thin out by the latter part of the morning, and once again in the afternoon, temperatures will soar into the 70s as sunshine returns. Tomorrow promises to be perhaps even warmer with a little bit less low clouds and fog in the early morning hours. Temperatures could reach 80 degrees in many spots in the Mid-Atlantic region tomorrow, which will be a record in some spots. Speaking of records, let's take a quick look here at coolweather.com that shows all the areas that were close to or actually reached record highs in the last 24 hours. Just an amazing feat here in the eastern half of the country, really up and down the East Coast, throughout the Midwest. That kind of record warmth or near record warmth will not only continue today, but probably reach a peak tomorrow in many spots in the eastern part of the country. It'll stay warm on Friday as well, but then a significant cooling trend will take place here in the Mid-Atlantic region this weekend, and there'll be a serious threat of rain by the latter part of the weekend. It could even evolve into a steady type rain with temperatures only in the 50s by the time Sunday rolls around. Well, here's the latest surface map for the U.S. Lots of rain continues out here in the south central part of the U.S. This is just a slow-moving system, and it's raining on top of the same area hour after hour here, and they'll have 5-6 inches of rain or so over the next 12 to 18 hours in places like Arkansas down to Louisiana, and even in the western part of Mississippi. Another area of interest is the Pacific Northwest out here, where there's significant rainfall along the coast and significant snows in the inland mountains. Meanwhile, here in the east, high pressure continues to dominate. Other than an ocean flow of air with some light east winds, there's really not much going on, but it's very warm, and there'll be some near record highs this afternoon, but especially tomorrow, when that ocean flow of air kind of relaxes somewhat, and many spots may reach 80 degrees, which will be a record in some spots. A record tomorrow afternoon in Philadelphia is 80 degrees from 1948, and that could be tied or even broken tomorrow afternoon. Well, here's the latest GOES visible satellite image, and again, this weather pattern has been similar to San Diego. In some parts of sometimes during the year, they have a marine layer with low clouds and fog just moving in every late night and early morning, and then it gives way to sunshine. All of this here, from Massachusetts all the way down into Maryland and D.C., is just low clouds and fog. There's a light easterly flow of air in all of these cities right now, maybe 5 miles per hour or so east wind, but that's enough to bring in this kind of low cloud and fog and some patchy drizzle. It's happened for the last several nights, and it could very well happen again tomorrow, although I think it'll be a little bit less widespread tomorrow morning, as winds tend to shift more towards the south and southwest by the time tomorrow or tomorrow afternoon rolls around, and that'll help to boost temperatures to even higher levels tomorrow, which will likely turn out to be the warmest day of the week here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Not much rain associated with this, other than a little bit of patchy drizzle here and there. There are some showers down here in southeastern Virginia, but they're moving away towards the southeast. Well, let's take a quick look at a couple of GFS forecast maps. This is actually for this evening, and then I want to jump ahead 2 days to Friday evening, and then 2 more days to Sunday evening to see the development of the potential storm along the East Coast come around Sunday afternoon or so. Well, for right now, we have this spinning in the atmosphere right over the south central part of the U.S. with lots of heavy rain, again, especially in places like Arkansas, down to Louisiana and Mississippi. Now, let's look and see what happens over the next 48 hours. Well, in 48 hours, by Friday night, all that precipitation that was falling today over the south central U.S. kind of moves into the middle part of the country. It weakens somewhat, but this is the main band of precipitation by Friday evening that is now associated with that south central U.S. low. Then let's take a look now to jump ahead to Sunday evening. And here it is, a GFS map from Zero Z run last night. This is for Sunday evening. And now the models are indicating the possibility of a nice little coastal storm forming here right in the Mid-Atlantic region with some significant rainfall, and it'll be quite cool, much cooler than we've experienced this week, with temperatures possibly confined to the low 50s by the time Sunday afternoon rolls around, with a steady rain or certainly periods of rain. We haven't had a heck of a lot of rain over the last few days, but that could change over the weekend. So continuation of very warm conditions right into the day on Friday, then a significant cooling trend this weekend with an increasing chance of rain come late Saturday and especially on Sunday. For the SIweather.com, I'm the SI meteorologist.